Hi everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Mimeograph Monday with a twist. And I'm going to do a cute little Easter card, and it's using the new Easter basket bundle. And it's such a cute little bundle. In fact, I have it as an upcoming class in the mail kit that you can register for now. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So welcome. I did take a little time off in December, so it is good to be back for my regular scheduled videos. I did miss all of you. I did do a little quick video on Friday, but now I'm back to my regular. So if you are new, Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and a quick little video on Saturday. Usually I'm in the chat room during the live premiere. I have my best friend from high school. She was my maid of honor when Jeff and I got married. And she's going to be coming and visiting. And so I don't know if I might not be able to be in the live chat during that. So, but that's next week. All right. So, let's see. I think that's all I wanted to blab about. Let's see. Oh, the product of the month. I don't know what the product of the month for January is going to be. It will, you'll be able to start ordering that on the 6th, and this is only the 5th. So it's going to be the first Tuesday of the month that was become live. I don't know if it'll always be like that, but that's what they've done the last couple times. So, so if you have any questions at all, make sure you holler at me. Otherwise, let's get started because I will be doing 2 projects today. The first one will be the Stampin' Up. It's my version of the Stampin' Up card that's online, and then I'll do a twist. So it'll be more of my taste or whatever. But this is a really cute little stamp set. I also want to show you when I flip my camera, I want to show you this amazing thing that Jeff made for me for Christmas. A lot of you know Jeff. And I've met him. He can make anything, I swear. And he does a lot of amazing like woodwork and stuff like that. I mean, he made my farm table in my studio, the wall. I don't even know what to call it. Like, it's not a buffet. I mean, I guess if you are eating a lot, you could put food on there. But it's like against the wall, but it holds a lot of stuff. But oh my gosh, I'll have to take a picture sometime. I have been going on a little succulent. I love plants. And Arizona, I couldn't grow plants. Like when I grew up in Canada, I could grow plants, like all the time. Now it's like pothos I can grow, but other times I have issues. But I'm getting a little bit more of a green thumb, but I've been getting a lot of cactus and succulent. So that whole table is full with my grow lights. It looks amazing. And they're just so fun to look at. Anyway, so I just kind of got off topic there, didn't I? All right, so let me spin my camera before I start going off again, and we will get started with today's cards. All right, so close your eyes for a second while I get my camera adjusted. Okay, so first of all, let me share this amazing thing that Jeff made for me for Christmas. He loves going, there's a wood store in Mesa or Gilbert, where you can get like things that you can make wood with. Like I'll have the metal part, so you can make ice cream scoops, not you name it. And he loves going in there because he makes a lot of pens. And I'm like looking around and I don't see my pen. I probably put it so that I don't lose it. And I don't know where I put it, but he did make me a pen. For Christmas, he picked up a few things. So I says, okay, I would like you to make me, like a little jewelry box or whatever. So what you do is, so this was at the store. So this little piece here, you could buy this piece at the store. He also got some pen stuff. But I told him, I said, don't worry about doing my stuff till after Christmas so he could do everybody else's stuff. So, so he made this about a week or so ago. So like I said, this is what you get. So they have different patterns, but I loved the daisy, kind of look. And then he made this piece. Now I can't remember if this is walnut. I can't remember now. I told him he needed to sign it. But anyway, so he made this part. It is gorgeous. It is so heavy. It is so heavy. And then this just fits right in there. I don't know how he, like, it fits in there perfectly. And then you can put, you know, your jewelry in there or whatever. But isn't that, like, just so beautiful? Oh my gosh. So anyways, and then I'll show you the pen that he makes me later. And if I find that one he made, I'll show. But anyways, I wanted to share that with you. Also tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays, I'll be showing the mini masterpiece for January. And then I just want to share some of the stuff that I have found over the little time that I took off. I did some thrifting and some whatnot shopping, and I just want to share some of that stuff I got. So I will show you that tomorrow. All right, but today we're going to have some fun stamping with the new Easter basket bundle. And it is so fun. Like I said, I do have this as a class in the mail kit you can register for now. I also still have a couple of the Valentine kisses, and I also have the, I think it's Cute as a Bug class in the mail as well. All right, so that's what we're going to use is the Easter basket. And what's neat about it is, of course, you have these really cute little bunnies, and look at that chick. Oh my gosh. So cute, and some flowers and everything. And then you have the die that cuts them out, but it also, this die does a basket, and then you have these pieces here that you can weave in and out of here, so you can have your basket be like weaved, or whatever you want to call it. All right, so the first card is going to be you know, the one that's online. Now I'm trying to think if you can see it online, because the mini catalog doesn't start till the 6th. So maybe I can only see it on my end. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do. And it is a note card. So this is the smaller cards that come already scored, and they have the little envelopes that go with them. So I have just done, you know, I just folded it in half. Then I have a piece of bubble bath, and that's just going to get glued like right over top of here. But I do want to do a little stamping on it ahead of time. I did, because I'm going to do a couple cards, I did stamp my bunny and my carrot with Memento, and I die cut it out with the die just to save a little bit of time. Now I want to stamp a little bit on here. So I have my bubble bath ink pad. And I want the tulip. And I'm going to clean it because I used it with a different color to do my twist. I need that one and the Easter egg. Here's the Easter egg. And we're just going to basically make our own designer series paper. And it's just tone on tone, so it's bubble bath with bubble bath. Now, if you don't have all the ink colors, you could certainly do this with a Versamark pad, because the Versamark pad just gives you a tone on tone look, a little bit darker watermark. So, but I have all the ink, so I'm just using the bubble bath pad. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply stamp some of these around. So you have your little tulip. These flowers again. Just to put a variety. Now you could put these, to save time, you could stick all of these on one big block and stamp them at one time as well. But there's some cute little images in this set. Look at these fun little, they're just drawn like so cute. All right, so there we have that just in the background. And like I said, I already did my little bunny, and they kept him pretty simply colored. Same with the carrot as well. So they just have the light bubble bath in his ear hole. And then they have the light pumpkin pie for our carrot. And then, because I wasn't sure what color they used on the green, because I couldn't find the recipe for this one, so I just kind of went how I figured it was. But this shamrock is in the DSP, so I just picked the light shamrock. So that's all the coloring they did. Now, this piece of bubble bath is going to get glued right on the note card. So you won't see the note card in the front because this is the same size. And I'm just going to use my green tip. And I've just stuck it in this little glue press. All right. And that just goes right on there. Like that. Okay, and then we have the DSP, and I just cut myself. I won't use that long one. All right, and I need my memento, and we're going to stamp for you on the little strip of white. I'm going to stamp it over here. And then this is going to get glued on here. All right. So what I want to do is, so I kind of know how long I want this to be. I'm going to glue my little bunny, just his legs. I'm just going to glue his little legs on that strip. And then we can figure out, you know, how long it needs to be. Okay, so that gives me enough space there. And I'll trim this a little bit. And then this white piece is going to overhang this DSP strip. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm just going to make a little cut right there. I'll flip it over. I can see it better on this side. That way, like, I didn't want to measure it in case I cut this strip, you know, longer this time. So that was just the easiest way that I found to do it. All right, and then I'm just going to glue this directly on here, and then we'll pop the bunny up after he's already on here, like flat. Okay. Now I'm going to put dimensionals on my bunny. So hopefully you had a great Christmas, a great New Year's. We stayed home, just the three of us. The night before Christmas Eve, Eric's like, I'm getting up at 2 because he plays Santa. Like, he'll come out and get all the presents out from under the tree and the stockings, and he, you know, gets them in a pile where we sit, and then we take turns opening up, you know, the presents. And we're like, I don't think you'll be getting up. You might, but don't come over here and get us up. All right, so this just goes on here like that. Look how cute. And then he's holding this little carrot. So I'm just going to put a little bit of green tip glue on here. And he's holding that little carrot. Then they also use some bling. So this is the new Easter assortment. And they used some of these yellow. All right, 1, 2, and 3. So that is the first card. Super cute and quick. All right. Love it, love it. All right, so now I'm going to do a twist. So I'm going to make this be a full-size card. And, oh, let me show you that, the DSP. Hang on a second. The DSP I used for the first card, that was the Easter Joy. So that was the Easter Joy. That's a new pack of DSP. It's got some foil look. It's got a funny texture to it, but you can see. All right. But for my twist, I wanted to do a full-size card, and I changed my DSP. So I'm going to use the Wildflower Birthday, and I also use the branching out die for a different shape. All right, so here's my pieces. And then I also did the tulip and the other little bunny. Just so the cards weren't identical. All right, so before I get going with it, I want to put a little blending brush on here. And I have my lemon lime twist. You know me, I love my lemon lime twist. All right, and I'm just gonna put it down here in the corner. I'm just gonna move it up from the corner of the card. Just add a little bit of color down here in corner. And what I'm going to do off camera, close that, off camera, I have my little spritzer with water in it, and I'm just going to give it a spritz. And then those little water, you can kind of see where I spritzed. And they're just going to pull some of that color out, and it adds a little bit of a texture to the ink. It just kind of looks cool. All right. Do I need this anymore? I don't think I need this anymore. All right. Now the inside of the card, let's do that. So I did the spritzing because it takes the paper not tons of time to dry, but you do want to make sure it's good and dry while that water, because now you could also use alcohol in water and then it would dry faster. But I just have regular water in the spritzer. All right, so I'm just going to put a little DSP, just what I used on the front, on the inside. Okay. And then we're going to do a little stamping. So let me get my memento. All right. So we have Easter's on its way. And I'm also going to add a tulip and an Easter egg. Okay. And then we'll color those. Before I put my memento away, I do want to take a little strip of basic white. And I'm looking for my, here we go, my Hello Spring. Isn't that cute? It has a fun little font too. All right, I think I'm all done with my pad because I did do my bunny and my tulip that I die cut out. I did it earlier. All right, so let's color my little bunny and my Easter egg and all that kind of stuff. All right, so we're going to use a little bit more color, of course, because this is my twist. All right, so we have light gray granite. I'm just going to put a little light gray granite on his tail because his tail is white, but it's not no color, right? I mean, white still has a color to it. So I'm just using my light gray granite. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to put a little shadow line around these ones that I stamped directly on the paper. I'm going to make this be white. So I'm going to put a little gray on there and a little on here because those are also going to be just white, but we don't want to totally ignore them. Alrighty. Then I have alright. Now I used Pretty in Pink this time, so I'm going to go light Pretty in Pink on the tulip. Okay. And then I have my, where's my flirty? Here's my dark flirty. And I'm going to put dark flirty. And then I want my dark Pretty in Pink. And we'll just blend that color in. And it just gives me a little darker pink than the Pretty in Pink would give me. So see, it just gives it a little bit of a darker. Because the Pretty in Pink, the dark and the light Pretty in Pink are very similar. And I didn't think that it was giving me enough change. So that's why I did that. All right, now I have my dark Granny. And let's put some dark Granny on our egg as well. And then our dark lemon lime twist. So I'm excited to see what the product of the month is for tomorrow. I have an order sitting in my cart that I want to order it, but I want to wait till tomorrow so I can get that product of the month. All right, let's see here. What other colors? Oh, I want to do the pinks. All right, I'm going to do my Pretty in Pink. All right. So that is that for the inside. Let's do our bunny. All right, we have bubble bath, bubble bath, bubble bath. All right, so his ear holes. So this guy, he has 2 ear holes. So we have bubble bath. I'm also going to do his nose. And I'm going to do some dark bubble bath. So there's a couple different shades on there. And then I'm going to do a little brown bunny. So I'm going to color my whole bunny with 600. And then I'm going to come back and add some 400. He's just so cute. So this is 400. So I'm just giving him a whole coating of 400. I'm just kind of coloring it swirly. he's got some texture going on there. All right. And then I'm going to take my 600, and we're going to add a little shading here and there. So a little dark there and there around the side of his head. A little bit up his nose. And then I will come back and soften these a little bit with the 600. I just like to get a base coat down before I come in with the dark. All right, then I'll come back with my 600 and we'll just soften that a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's a fuzzy little bunny. But it just makes him look so cute with those two different colors in there. All right, I am going to take a little bit of the 400 and just put a couple little squiggles here and there, and it just gives them a little, I need to add a little more there. It just makes him look a little hairy, so he's not, you know, not just flat. He's got some texture to him. I think that looks marvelous. All right, so let's put our card together. All right, so this should be dry by now. So we've got, so like I said, I made this into a full size card. We will stick this on the inside. Easter is on its way. Remember that song? Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down funny trail. All right. So we've got this on here. That's why I'm a stamper and not a singer. All right, so we have this. Now I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Let me glue this right on the card first, though. So I'm not gluing this on here when it's got all the dimension stuff sticking on it. All right, there we go. And I like just doing that little bit of blending on the corner there. It looks kind of cute. All right. So put this kind of in the center. I hope that's in the center. Okay. And we have our little bunny and our tulip. Make sure it doesn't stick out. Okay. Okay, so our cute little bunny. Hello. And then his tulip. And you could do a whole garden behind him if you want. And then I just have my Hello Spring, and I'm just going to fussy cut that out. Well, it's not really fussy cutting, right? When you just do one snip, but And then I'm just going to put that right over top. And I'm also going to put some bling. Okay, so we have Hello Spring. Hopefully that's straight. Okay, and I'm going to use the same Easter assortment bling, but I want to use the little eggs because we've got some cute little eggs, and then you've got some blue, and then those little yellow ones I used before, but I kind of want to use the little eggs. So I am going to put one here by that Hello Spring, and then I'm just going to put a couple like that. All right, because it's kind of almost like, you know, let me get these things. I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a picker-upper thing and get rid of those, whatchamacallit, those dimensional backings. Here's the first card. Here's Stampin' Up's, my version of Stampin' Up's card, which is the note card. So cute. Bunny is colored very, very plainly, that I could tell anyways. And then here is my twist. I added a little bit more color, cute little brown bunny. I did the tulip, and then I did on the inside. I didn't do anything on the inside of the other one. They're both adorable. Hopefully you will sign up for that class. Let me say, see you later, alligator. Yeah. So, so cute. I think they're adorable. And they're just drawn so fun. So anyways, all right, so that is all of my blabbing for the day. If you have any questions at all, make sure you holler at me. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays, and that will be at 3 o'clock, Arizona time, same channel. Have a great rest of the night, and I'll see you then. All right. Oh, and don't forget bonus days. Bonus days also start tomorrow. So for I think it's every 50, you're going to get a coupon code to spend next month. But I'll talk about it more tomorrow. All right, I'll stop blabbing in your ear for now. All right, I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye for now.